Yo, what up, everybody? The battles are over. Uh, Second round is done. Most people's brackets are done. Again, if you're watching this replay, as always, just fast forward to about the 2 minute mark as we wait for people to come into the room. Everybody's bracket has to be busted. I don't see how anybody's bracket could be intact. I just don't. I don't see it. Salute to the battle rappers for coming with it. Everybody really from from the first round to this round, I felt like a lot of the energy and stuff did transfer over. So that's dope. We win as fans. Salute, Polo, Mr. Suburbs, Mr. Petty, King Petty. Yo, y'all gotta go subscribe to Polo. Polo, I didn't see. I guess you dropped another blog. Yeah, I don't know. I gotta go check that out. Go subscribe to Polo. Uh, we watch Battle Rap Podcast. Salute. Go subscribe to Polo, man. Listen, if you just want great entertainment, you want the pettiest shit out there, you want the raw and uncut, the real raw and uncut, go subscribe to Polo, Mr. Suburbs, man. That's the dark wave right there. Salute, Scotty. Said, what up, Jay? Salute, bro. Mr. Battles waiting on some bootlegs. Polo said he did drop another one. Go check out Polo, man. Right now, while we wait for people to go in the room, it don't take but seconds. Go subscribe to Polo, Mr. Suburbs, please. Ah, that beer tastes good. I know it's kind of crazy, but I woke up this morning just wanting a cold beer. I ain't do it. It was way too early. But from 6:30 in the morning, I just wanted an ice cold beer. This is cold. This ain't ice cold. But all right, we're at the 2 minute mark, so let's just start talking. Salute to everybody who's in the room right now. So please don't feel ignored if I'm just talking and I'm not acknowledging anything you're typing. I will go back, check the comments. Salute bro 215. He said Mike P was basic as fuck with them bill flips. Yeah, we're gonna talk, man. We're gonna talk. So let's get into this, man. Uh Salute, Supreme. So everybody's brackets is busted. I don't care. There's no way anybody could predicted how things went. My brother's Vigil, salute. Let's start off out the gate, man. EK versus Holmesy the God. That was the first battle of the night. Emerson Kennedy, man, that fucking, I think that's a kimono or however you pronounce that. I think that's the shit that he's wearing. I felt like we knew how dope this battle could have been. We know that already. We know how dope EK is. I felt like there is a such thing as overriding. I think that the extra intricate stuff is dope when you get a chance to watch it back on cam and all of that. So don't get me wrong if you didn't see it when I say that Emerson Kennedy to me was dope. I just feel like some of the stuff that he wrote, I just really think that it just wasn't meant for this tournament. I have to be honest. I don't think. But saying that, it's not. Again, he was not whack. I really was feeling the stuff that he had, but I felt like, first off, we can't say anything that should take away from Holmesy. Holmesy has been incredible for 2 straight battles. Who would have thought that anybody would have to turn on their damn camera, get on social media, anything of the sort, and have to say how crazy Holmesy the God has been for 2 straight battles? In my opinion, if someone is to sit there and tell me that Holmesy was trash these last 2 battles, you don't belong talking about battle rap. I am one of the most hardest. I give the hardest critique often of Sharon and guys like that. But one thing I never do is downplay when they have a dope ass performance. I always give them their props. Same thing with Disaster. You guys know I don't hesitate to say nothing about none of them dudes. I'd say how I feel about them guys. But when they have dope ass showings, I always give them their props. I just can't see how anybody watched Holmesy the God or Emerson Kennedy for that matter for these last 2 battles and don't say, yo, these were fucking phenomenal showings. Consistent, phenomenal showings from both these dudes. Keeping that energy up there, and these battles are 2 weeks away from each other. Come on, man. Yo, listen. Yo, give Holmesy his props, man. So we'll get into what I had. And again, my problem, I like the stuff that EK was doing, right? I thought he had a good first round. I scored this first round 1, 2, 3. What's this here? That's a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I had the first round extremely close. I do think the first round could go either way. But clearly here, I really did feel like Emerson Kennedy just went that extra mile. And again, I'm not an official judge. So I'm sitting here and I'm listening to this first round and I'm like, yo, this shit is incredible. The performance is on 10. The energy. Like, I don't know how the hell he was holding his, was keeping his breath that long. I'm fat, man. I would have been fucking all over the place, panting and all kind of crazy shit. I'm sitting here and I'm watching them and I'm like, yo, but how are the judges perceiving this? Because I'm fucking with it. But how are they perceiving it? And then Holmesy the God goes and I'm like, yo, what the hell? Holmesy's bringing it back, the same energy he had before. I do think the energy was just a little bit higher in that first battle against the Saga. But it was there. It was in the same range to me. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, yo, damn, Holmesy's showing you that it really wasn't a fluke what he did last week. It really wasn't a fluke. And he showed up and he put on, and I thought he made it a very close round. But I thought that it wasn't just how intricate the stuff that was for EK what he was writing, but that maintaining that flow while moving the fuck around that much, man, that was incredible to me. I had EK taking the first round. Second round we go. EK's dope. And then there's an issue with the stream. The stream cuts out. So EK is probably, I'm going to say, close to half a round. Hold on, got the family coming in. So I think he had the momentum taken out from under his legs. I thought he was having an incredible second round before the stream went out, and then to have to sit there and how do you have to do that again and then try to bring that same energy, same flow, all of that. I thought that was rough, man. I think that took his momentum out. It had nothing to do with the stuff he wrote. I thought the stuff he wrote was incredible either way, but you could see how his round was hurt when the stream goes out. Now you gotta bring the whole round back, then deliver that, and then get into the second part of his material while trying to maintain momentum, and it didn't go in his favor in that way. But I still think he had a dope ass round. But then Holmesy goes, and I think that Holmesy clearly wins that second round. Because again, I'm telling you, like, when you looking at the material, when you're looking at everything all around, I'm sitting there and I'm like, yo, my man, yes, in a way, Holmesy has an advantage because the stream didn't cut out on his thing. So I can understand somebody saying, yo, that wasn't fair, but at the same time, just listen to the material that was written. And we'll get into that material stuff just in a second. But in that second round, I don't even think, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So I think, in my opinion, I felt Holmesy took that second round clearly. And then I thought the third round was absolutely clear. Well, excuse me, I thought the second round, I had Holmesy taking it by 2 points, so that is a closer round. The way I have it marked on my paper, it makes it look like it was worse than it was, but no, it was a close round. But I had by 2 points. I got Holmesy winning that second round. Then we get into the third round, and I don't think that round is even close. That third round, I don't know how anyone could say that EK got that third round. I thought Holmesy was incredible. So now, overall, big picture, how I look at this, I had picked Emerson Kennedy. I thought he was going to win. He didn't win. So that's an L for me. The judges had it 2-2. 2 judges had it for EK, 2 judges for Holmesy. It went to the fan vote. The fans voted in favor of Holmesy. Tomorrow also we're going to talk about that fan vote stuff. I don't really go in. I let DME go in on that. But we got to talk about that. So again, I had originally picked EK to win. That was my prediction. I have Holmesy actually winning. And went to the fan vote. Fans had overwhelmingly had Holmesy winning. Salute to Holmesy for that. What I think was the overall problem here was, as dope as the stuff that EK wrote, I felt Holmesy was way more direct. I love what EK did, but Holmesy was way more direct, and that's what was a deciding factor for me heavily. So we'll get into Tink the Demon versus Danny Myers. Tink's first round was trash. Again, to me, what happened in this battle was almost like the same exact shit that we saw in that first battle from the first round. Tink shows up in this first round and absolutely is trash. All that material had was straight ass. Everything about it was just ass, just like in the first battle. And I understand, like I said, it's hard to know what's coming for somebody who's just coming out of jail. When you in jail, the last thing you think about is writing raps. Some people do eventually, but most people, so you don't know where he's really coming from. That's the anticipation for all of us. But listen, that first round was just ass. And you going up against Danny Myers, who's an absolute pit bull, man. Like, what do you do? I still think that Danny Myers' first round was light, but it was a convincing W in that first round. Second round, who I had on the second round? Second round, I got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I got a tie. I had the second round a tie. I thought, honestly, I thought Tink was cooking in that second round. A night and day situation from the first round. But that's also what we saw in that first battle when he battled Franchise. He was trash in the first, very good in the second. Danny Myers was good in that second, but I thought I really was fucking with what Tink did in that second. But it was close, man. I mean, I didn't think at the end of the day, I didn't think that Holmesy was not Holmesy. What I'm talking about Holmesy. I didn't think that Tink was gonna have a second round like that. And again, I have it tied up. I also felt that Danny kind of took the foot off the gas a little bit. But at this point, I got Danny taking the first. I got the second round tied, and then we get into the third round. And honestly, speaking, there's not much. First off, he choked in that first round. Tink also. So, but what I'm saying is, if you take out the choke, which to me is an automatic loss of the round, a choke, not a stumble, a choke. But not only that, even if you take out that choke, Tink was trash in that first. We get to that third round, and he's stumbling through his round, and you got Danny Myers rebuttaling. He had asked Danny to pass him the water that was on the floor. Danny gives it to him, and then Danny realized how crazy that looks and starts the round off with a rebuttal about it. So, boom. From there, Danny just takes off, closes the show the way we know Danny Myers can. Then, because Tink, when he rapped his third, man, he was okay, but he was stumbling through the round. So at the end of the day, man, you can't do any of that stuff messing around with Danny Myers. And I felt like Danny was matching him with that whole gory shit and all the other stuff. But Danny is just Danny, man. You can't come in there playing around, and just that wasn't enough. And again, like I said last week, what we saw versus Franchise was barely enough to beat Franchise. There's no way you're going to do that against Danny Myers. And especially when you got your material down pat. That's a problem, man. Danny's a beast. And again, I got Danny taking the whole tournament, but we'll see what happens. I had predicted that Danny would 3-0 him. I don't have it as a 3-0. Like I said, I got round 1 and 3 for Danny, and I got the second round as a tie. All 4 judges had it for Danny Myers, so that was good. We'll go wavy now and none. My man, I don't know what the hell got into none. None, just like Holmesy, you have to give him his credit because he continued doing all the great shit that he did from the first round. From that first round battle, he was incredible then. He was incredible again tonight. You have to applaud None, man. Who the hell would have thought that Holmesy and None would damage everybody's brackets the way that they have? They have, at this point, demolished all brackets. I don't care what bracket you had where. There's no way you knew that None was going to come in here and beat Wavy. I had predicted that that Wavy would beat him. So let's get to actually for my predictions. I had EK 2-1. That didn't happen. Holmesy got. I had Danny 3-0. A lot of y'all say 3-0. You know, I got the second round tied. I predicted Wavy 2-1, but in all reality, that ain't what happened. First off, Wavy, I don't know what's with these shirts you wearing, man. They're like half tank top, half hoodie, but I don't know what the fuck that is. I don't know why you wearing that. I don't know who's telling you that shit is cool. That shit look crazy to me, fam. Like, whatever. He's sitting there dancing like he really looked like he's in a music video with that shit he's wearing and all that back and forth. Now, he had a very good first round. Love the energy Wavy came out with in that first round. But yo, he got these dry spots, man. Like, he just got these dry spots. Like, that's one thing I can say about Wavy. He tends to have that. He tends to have these dry spots. Sometimes shit just feels forced. And I felt like there was more of that in this first round. None went absolute ape shit. Continue the energy that he had, and letting them know that he was here to stay. It was just dope. My only problem that I had with None is all 3 rounds of this battle, he brought up something to do with the judges. And, you know, I didn't like it. Whether it was bars with the judges' names in it or saying how he didn't like the judges. Either way, he didn't like the predictions. And, you know, there was too much of that shit in all 3 of his rounds. But overall, I had Wavy. I had None taking the first clearly. Second round, more the same. I thought Wavy was just whatever. Almost like just getting through the rounds. I didn't find most of his material to be that good. And I thought None went ape shit in that second round. And right when I thought that the first 2 rounds from None is probably the best that we've seen, None goes into this third round and just kicks Wavy all around the fucking stage. Like, I thought None's material was crazy. His flow, his energy, the aggression was right on point. None didn't back down. At the end of Wavy's third round, None wasted no time. He jumped right into his round, jumped right in Wavy's face. And I felt that was a dope way to do it. And of course, you know, it leaves an impression on the judges when you do stuff like that and all your material was dope. Like, I would never think that Wavy would have been able to, that None will be able to out-rap Wavy in the way that he did. And I'm going to tell you something. I believe it was in the second round. That whole race angle that Wavy came with was trash. It was trash. I was disappointed in Wavy. The way he did it, he didn't even do it in a clever way or creative way. I don't like race bars to begin with, but the fact that he took that whole race angle and the shit it didn't make sense. It didn't even, there was nothing creative about it. It was just call him a white boy and talk about the difference between white and black. Racism. That shit didn't make any sense, man. And then to do that in this tournament, like, I understand you probably only had, you know, you had the 2 weeks. You're trying to come up with material, so okay, I'm battling a white guy, so let me say some race baiting shit. No, that shit was whack to me. That was really whack. And again, I don't like race bars, but you can give people credit when it's done a little creatively. He didn't even fucking do it creatively. And again, I was disappointed in Wavy because I thought he would win this battle. Overall, man, you gotta just salute None, man. That third round from him to step it up as good as the first 2 was, but to have a third round that's even better than the other 2, you gotta salute None, man. Like, I can't give him enough credit, honestly. I just can't. And now we're gonna go into that last battle. But before we go into the last battle, let me just run through these comments before we do that. So, bro said that battle was fairly judged, so I'm thinking he's talking about the EK and Holmes Heat battle. Scotty, salute Scotty Nicholas. Said as long as Danny wins, it's all I'm happy. That's who I picked to win. Yeah, he deserved it, man. He was dope, man. He was. David Rubin, salute. He said None was battle of the night to me. It's hard to argue that, man. It's hard to argue that, but we'll talk about that real quick. We'll talk about that. Vidruel said EK got robbed. I don't know what you were watching, Vidruel. Robbed? Nah. Bro said EK's multi-flow is annoying sometimes, just like Iron and Thesaurus. good comparison. I never thought of that. Andrea said, salute to Andrea. She said I had Holmesy 2-1. Okay. Who I had? I had Holmesy. Yeah, I think it was 2-1, something like that. Vidrell said you love Sharon. Stop it, Jay. Fuck that. Salute T. Book. Supreme Gino said Holmesy's angle won the battle. I could see that. Bro said, no, he wasn't. It was fairly judged, bro. Could have even went either way. I'm not mad. They chose Holmesy. He won the second clearly. Vidrell said I'm joking. I thought EK won, but it was close. Bro said Holmesy's officially known for his second rounds now. Okay, you gonna just give him that? Salute, damn my wow, my brother Tory, man. Salute. Bro said, salute, bro. We gotta get a cooking video since you're a food expert. He said Danny 3. Bro said Danny 3-0, bro. Just get it over with. Tink stumbled in his first and second. If I'm not mistaken, nah, boo. He choked in the first. He stumbled in the third. Bad Money. I only saw Bill versus Mike so far. Glad you went live immediately. Yeah, man. Tink stumbled all 3 rounds. He said Danny rebuttal freestyle all 3 rounds. Yep, he did. Bill versus Danny is in the finals. Okay, I see that. The way that pacing was, Danny had twice as much material. Probably, you know, Danny all the time is, you know, clipped up. Andre said, I agree, trash. Vidrell said, Ryder shook Mike's pride. He definitely did, no debate. Salute Doug. Doug Dyer said EK got robbed. EK versus Danny should have went down. It already happened before, so it would have been a rematch. Melman says, salute, man. Keith Rin Pendergrass said, we lit. Lenny Kewis said EK versus Holmes, he was close for anyone to be robbed. It was too close for anyone to be. I agree. Andre said folks talk about math judging and missing rounds. Oh, method man. Well, what he said was something happened to his stream and he missed the first 2 rounds of Bill Collector versus Mike P. Mike P being Mike P. Bill got the ability to defuse Danny. I don't know, man. He said, watch Ashley leave him now since he didn't get the 25K. Yo, that's foul. Nicholas Bolin said that. That was great. So, yeah, my bad, Meth. Scotty Nichols said, hey, what's good, bro? Waiting on those bootleg. Oh, come on, man. Come on, I gotta stop that shit. All right, so let's get into this last battle of the night, which was Mike P versus Bill Collector. Mike P, if you guys watch my blog from yesterday, I said it, Mike P need to get the fuck out his feelings. First off, I'm about to get in my feelings because I'm seeing the amount of people who are in here and I'm only seeing 3 likes and that ain't making no sense to me. So get these likes up. Come on now. There's no way this amount of people's in here and it's only 3 likes. Like, come on. He said, who had the best round, Bill or Ryder? We'll get into that. So, Mike P goes first. I disagree with Goods where he said that Mike P looked sad all 3 rounds. I disagree. In that first round, I didn't see that from Mike P. Mike P came in there guns blazing. I thought Mike P was very good in that first round. And again, I picked Mike P. So I'm sitting here saying to myself, how is Bill Collector gonna attack Mike P? Because Mike is just phenomenal with that pen, and him himself this year, he's been on fire. And that Ryder battle, even though I thought Ryder won, he still was dope. Then he shows up in this first round and he's dope. He has the bars, the performance. Mike P looked like nothing was phasing him. Now, if y'all been watching him on social media these last 2 weeks, he's been acting like a bitch. And again, I don't got no personal problem with Mike P. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but he been acting like a bitch. So, you know, to see how he came out in that first round, I was like, okay, he got himself together and he's not letting nothing affect him. He's showing up. I feel he missed the opportunity, but we'll get to that. Bill Collector goes, and the problem I have with Bill Collector, especially in tournament the tournament situation is his slow starts. You know, Bill, even in his regular battles, he likes to take his time. There's a 2 minute time limit. You know, Bill gets better as he goes because he gets the energy of the crowd and he goes. In this first round, he started off like that. He started off slow and shit like that, and he built, but he had a very good first round. And I was fucking with that first round. In fact, I got Bill Collector taking that first round. I got him winning by 2 points in that first round because once he hit like, you know, once he started climbing and once he hit his stride, he hit his stride. Very entertaining, as we know Bill can be. And to the point where I felt like he was kind of rocking Mike P to sleep a little bit in that first round, because he kept acting like he was going to talk about Mike P's girl, and then he would just go into bars. So I thought that was genius from Bill Collector to do, because he built the anticipation up from us, the audience, waiting to see what he was going to say, and then getting Mike P in that situation like, here we go. But then it's like psych Allah type shit, and he would just get into bars. So I thought that was very creative and very clever of Bill Collector how he handled that. That was the first round. I had Bill Collector taking that first round. Boom. We get into the second round, and I think Mike P was dope. I think he was dope, but I kind of felt like he somewhat left the door open. I felt his second round was better than his first. It was something about towards the end of that round that I kind of felt like, you know, he was kind of leaving the door open. That's just how I viewed it. And then Bill Collector comes in his second round and has a dope ass second round. But again, in that second round, I felt like he did the same thing that he did in the first round, where it was like a slow build up, like that first quarter, you know. Yes, after a while, fucking Bill Collector was hitting on all cylinders. But it was that kind of dead spot in the beginning of the rounds, and that kind of just walking around and just shit you do in a regular battle you can't do in this tournament. But I got that second round tied. So I gave the first round to Bill Collector. Second round I got tied. And now I'm like, yo, it's really going to come down to this third round. And the thing was, too, that we did get that feeling that this was a main event. We all was anticipating it. We get to that third round, man, and Mike P starts rapping. I'm going to be honest, I don't even know if he got 6 bars out. And Mike P chokes. Now, what Good said about Mike P looking like sad or something, he did in the second and in the third, but not in the first. In that third, he just looked defeated. And I didn't think like Bill Collector was killing him. I think maybe his mind was elsewhere, or maybe he thought too much. But I don't think he did take a little while to try to get it back. But I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really feel like he was trying to get it back. And you know, he chokes and then he jerseys out. That's it. It's a done deal. At that point, there's nothing else to talk about. I got Bill Collector taking that first, and now you choke in the third. Bill Collector won the battle. But then Bill Collector goes and gives us a phenomenal third round. Phenomenal. I mean, I don't have all my notes here. I thought I must have left it over there. But Bill Collector, the way he crafted that third round, the energy, the performance, everything in that third round was phenomenal. Phenomenal. I honestly, from when I look at how he did verse Hitman, especially that first round verse Hitman, this kind of brought me to that. Like, he came with personals. It was everything. The way he delivered it, the way he just crafted that whole third round, Bill Collector. It might be one of the best rounds he's ever written, from my opinion. I'm not talking about entertaining. He's had entertaining fucking rounds, but I'm talking about in terms of material, delivery, all these things that make up a dope battle, make a dope round. Bill Collector did that. I tell everybody, you got 3 rounds, 2 minutes each. You got to make the most of it. Bill Collector made the most of it. Yes, overall you battling for $25,000, but you should have $25,000 rounds, not a $25,000 performance. And I felt like Bill Collector had a $35,000 third round, in my opinion. So I'm looking at this and I'm like, unless Mike P had a mind blowing third round that we don't know about and we'll never know about, how the hell would he have beaten what Bill Collector did? How? How? I don't understand that. Like that was so salute the Bill Collector, man. He clearly I just think that even if Mike P made it through his round, I don't think it would have been better than what the hell Bill Collector did. Um where I feel Mike P dropped the ball, I felt in the first round, Mike P should have diffused that whole situation about his girl. Like the first thing Mike P should have went into his round and diffused it was really coming out and saying, "Yo, fam, check this out. For all of you men in the world, including me, including everybody else, if the woman you with wasn't a virgin when you got with her, then everybody has what you know. If you're gonna say, oh, you had sloppy seconds, or oh, this dude was with your girl, guess what? If you wasn't with your girl from the beginning of time, my man, someone's been with your girl. What are you gonna do? This is battle rap. They're gonna bring it up. You gotta diffuse it like and shrug it off like, yo, that shit don't bother me, fam. I wasn't my his woman has a kid if I'm correct. So that means you were not the first one to be with her, fam. You know what I'm saying? It's myself. I'm not the like. Come on, man. My woman got kids. Like, so I should be in my feelings if somebody came out and say, "Yo, this dude was with your woman." Okay. Where where you fuck up is when you have the reactions like what he did with Ryder and stuff like that. The shit that he was doing online, when you in your feelings about the shit and acting like a bitch the way Bill Collector broke it down, that's when it looks bad. It's not about the fact that someone dated your woman before you. What the fuck? Come on, fam. Come on, man. You's a grown ass man. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. So out the gate, he should have just diffused it and said, "Yo, let me tell you, let me talk to the whole community. You know, if you didn't take your woman's virginity, there's nothing for you to that you could do with me. Look at that. I just gave you a bar right there. Just gave you a bar right there. You diffused his whole shit. You could have even spun it around to Bill Collector and broke it down like, yo, guess what? Yeah, she was with Ryder, but she would never be with you. Like, there's just so many different ways you could have spun that shit around, man. And Mike, I thought the finals would be Danny Myers and Mike P. Um, you gotta salute Bill Collector. You gotta salute None. You gotta salute Holmesy the God. These guys busted everybody's fucking bracket. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Like, let's run through some of these comments before we start talking about performance of the night. That is. Uh, Man said that Mike P throw the battle in the third. I kind of looked that way. I don't think he did it on purpose, but I think once he choked, he wasn't going to try to get it back. He figured he lost already. Andre said missed some of the last battle too. Who had the best round, Bill or Ryder? We're going to talk about that. Mike P. Girl is the new Laura Tarsi from the old KOTD days. Hey man, Lenny Q is you can't be mad that they're both very attractive women, so it is what it is. You would do it just like I would do it. Fuck it. Keith Wynn said, nah, he ain't throw it. Bill stole his energy. I could see that. Brell said, right, forgot about that. Scotty said, supposedly Mike Girl is a baby mom to KOTD's Bishop Brigante. I don't know. You know, I'm not into all that TMZ shit. I don't know. Maybe. It's possible. It's possible. She's an attractive woman, man. Like P said, Mike P was basic as fuck with them Bill flips in the first, in my opinion. I could definitely see your point. I was definitely happy he didn't do that the whole battle, like back to back. Stayed consistent. Said both first round. I'm guessing you meant round. Both first round by Bell and Mike were light. Scotty said, but Lord Chelsea wasn't really any bad. His girlfriend, she was Sharon's fake girl.
They said, wow, I didn't know that Bishop took her mirrors down. That's foul. Um, Somebody said, yeah, I keep hearing that too. I think they give them an extra minute. Rock Marciano, salute my brother Rock Marciano. He said, was good, King. Bad Money, salute. He said the first is debatable. Andrea said, Bill Rap, Scott Bishop too. Scott Bishop too. I wouldn't post anything. That's not, you know, I keep my family separate from battle rap. Um, Rock Marciano said, Bill outclassed Mike P. Okay. Scotty thought she was dead. Then a couple battlers before being with Sharon's fit girl. That's true, bro. Shotty Horace, Chilla Jones, Jay Black, and many others got in low tosses. Oh, okay. Jay Biz said who won the battle. Officially, Bill Collector won the battle. I thought he won the battle too. All four judges had for Bill Collector. She was messing around with Chilla. I don't know, man. I'm gonna stay off of those comments. Let's go, Mike. Guys. I don't want to talk about. Oh yeah, I'm not talking about. I was thinking he was throwing the battle in the third. Berto Williams, what up? Salute. Bill's second was like body shots, and that's why Mike P choked that third. Easy 30. I can see somebody saying 30. Did Mike have a meltdown? No, he just choked, man. I wouldn't say meltdown. I haven't got all the bloggers to agree on the bracket. My man, cause your bracket is crazy, man, with some of the shit you talking about. Bill Collector 2-1. Roberto said, Scotty said, what's good, Mel, man? Salute, Mad Max. Hope the family's good, man. Salute. I said, oh, damn, it's all good, fun. They agreed to put in like $20 each. I don't know what that means. Uh, Najee Black said Iron wasn't there because he was smashing. Yo, I'm not saying that, man. Mike was laughing at the shit Bill was saying in the third. Yeah, he was laughing because listen, Bill, Bill did that just incredible, man. Because Bill is wild funny, even though he's mad, you have to laugh. It does hurt more though when you find out your op smashed your girl. Mike showed he too emotional rather than being like, okay, it's my turn now. Yeah, exactly. It's the way Mike P reacted to the whole angle that made it an issue. None versus Danny in the finals will be fire. None went crazy. Bill's third versus Ryder's second. We're gonna talk about that now. None got possessed by a battle rap god. It's looking that way. Um, Dark Wave, whoever that is, says, yo, salute Dark Wave. Mike P was emotional. Yep, Mike P unfollowed. Yo, I'm not reading that. I'm not reading that. Said Bill Collector 2-1. They said the chat is savage. It is. That's why I'm not reading a lot of that. Put your glasses on, Jay. Face all in the camera. I'm sorry, man. I have to touch the screen for me to read what y'all saying. That's why. So he had a meltdown. He felt it again. I don't think he had a meltdown. Danny went crazy. Somebody said best part of the event today was Method Man flipping out after Danny. How high two bar. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I thought Meth for a second was gonna sit there and say Danny lost because of the shit he said. Because he didn't like when EK you had a Wu-Tang bar. So I thought he was just gonna say Danny lost, which would ruin his credibility. Alright. Let's break it down. Who had a better round? Ryder. First off, let's talk about who had the better performance overall tonight. And that's difficult. I've seen some people saying none. But then you got to look at what Bill Collector did. So it's like, then you got to look at what Holmesy did. You're like, I don't know, man. But if I had to pick one who I thought had performance of the night, I'm going with none. And the reason why I'm going with none is I felt he was consistent in all three rounds. Bill Collector had a fire third, but his first and his second, it took him a little while to build up. That wasn't the case for none. So with that said, if I had to choose performance of the night or battle of the night, I'm gonna give that. I'll give that to none. All right, Bill Collector was phenomenal. Bill Collector might have had the round of the night. Um, so who had a better round, Ryder or Bill Collector? The answer to that is Ryder. And the reason why is because if Ryder didn't have the second round he had, then Bill Collector wouldn't have never had the third round he had. The material of that Bill Collector had in that third was based off what happened with Ryder in his second versus Mike P. So again, if that never happens, and Ryder did that shit so silky smooth, man. Just like, you know, the silk shirt, the way he was dressed, the shit he was saying, his second round was crazy. So if Ryder doesn't demolish Mike the way he had, here we are 2 weeks later, and Mike P still feeling that. He's still feeling that second round. So, you know, I like what Bill Collector did, but it wasn't better than what Ryder did. Also, when the battle was over, they're still mic'd up. You could hear Bill Collector hug Mike P and tell him, "Yo, don't let that bother you." He was like, "Yo, you know, we got it out the way." The only thing I didn't like what Bill Collector said was, he goes, "Now if anybody else says that to you, they corny for that or something." He said something to that. He said that, and I was just like, "Yo, fam, like, how could you say that?" People reuse angles all the time. So what if somebody reuse an angle or does it creatively? Now they're corny for that? Like, how does that make sense, Bill? But I like that Bill was encouraging Mike P. I thought that was dope for him. He didn't have to do that. He could have been like, "Fuck it, you and your feelings, you and your feelings." I like the way Mike P handled the situation. But I think he also handled it the way he handled it because Bill Collector presented it in a way that was entertaining and funny at the same time. So, you know, I don't think if he delivered it the way Ryder did, you know, he would have been so cool with it. Right. So that's my recap on it. Let's take one last time through these comments, man. Y'all really wilding in this chat. They met the man called Danny a goober head. That's funny. Come on, JR. I ain't reading that shit, man. Najib said, "Yeah, that Danny and Meth was classic." Yeah, it was. Alright, POTB Media said, "Hey, what year did you lose your hair before you went bald?" I don't fucking know. Probably like 3 years ago. Fuck out of there. Mad Max said, "Y'all crazy. Salute to Jay Legend for not speaking on Mike's girl, real man." Yeah, man. Some of that shit, you know, I can't, you know. Definitely Ryder. Max said definitely Ryder. BC round was funny as fuck though. I agree. Yeah, Max Legend was very respectful, but in a battle rap, things like this, they said always, that's very true. Raven needs a Ghost Rider. His flow, performance, delivery is there, but his bars are very mediocre. It's hard to argue that. I think you're right. Definitely Scotty is different to say it in a battle. It is. It's way different than you saying in a battle. Bring Goods back as a judge. Yeah, I thought Goods was phenomenal, man. I thought he was phenomenal and entertaining. The great said, yeah, bring Goods back as a judge. Yeah, I agree. Melman said Danny should have called Meth out. So, all right, everybody. Salute to everyone who's in the chat. There's a whole lot of y'all, so it's hard for me to run down the list. But to all of y'all, I see some people in here I don't normally see in here during the lives. That's dope. Salute to y'all. Thank you for coming to support. Nemi said EK though. Holmesy got busy. Didn't see it going to Holmesy. Yeah, well, I thought it did. I definitely thought he won. Again, for y'all who haven't, follow me on Instagram at JLegend100. Same thing with Twitter, Facebook, JLegend Effect. Go check out all the artwork I do on sneakers. I do custom sneakers. If you need that, hit me up. I have some paintings that I've done. I'm gonna start posting those soon, and soon I'll be setting up that other channel that I have a whole bunch of videos of the art that I do. All right. So again, if you want some customs done for you, your kids, your wife, whatever, hit me up, man. Holler at me. The Green Beard Explorer says time to hit BBQs. Oh, that's my brother Mike. Salute, Mike. Salute, Mike. Yeah, man. We could do that. We gotta talk about that though, man. There's a lot going on with this pandemic shit, man. All right, everybody. Salute. Appreciate you all. Thank you for rocking with me. Have a great rest of your weekend. There's fights on tonight too. UFC Miocic versus Cormier. It's gonna be fire. Salute.